There we go. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to this Verbling class. We've got a writing class today. My name is Teacher Amy, and today we're going to be practicing our writing on the topic of news reports. So that's like journalism. But I've got some not so serious headlines for you, which we're going to use to experiment a little bit with our English. So although we'll be writing imaginary news articles, the headlines aren't too serious. In fact, they're quite entertaining. So before we get started on that, I just want to tell you two important pages that can help you here on Verbling. The first of which is my Facebook page, and the link to that is there in the chat box for you. And this contains all of the stuff that you'd expect to find on Facebook, but on the theme of Verbling. So do go and check that out if you're interested. The second page is my Verbling teacher page, where you can find upcoming classes, so you can check those out and plan your schedule in advance if you're interested in any of them. Also, my private tutoring schedule, which might interest you if you're looking to work on something specific or have a private class with just you and me, so that you can focus and practice and get more out of the time. You can also write me a message if you'd like to, using the messaging feature, excuse me. Don't forget to click on the blue follow button, and you'll be automatically notified of upcoming classes, and it'll be easier to stay in touch. So with that, we'll say hello to the students this morning, or this evening for you guys. Antonio, how are you doing?
Hello, I'm fine, thank you. I'm watching the TV because it's midnight, and now I leave my wife watching the TV, and I try to improve my English.
Well, that's a great way to spend an evening, Antonio, and more productive than watching TV, probably, or hopefully. So welcome to the class, and we'll say hello to Harry again. How are you doing?
Hi, thank you.
Good.
Good morning.
We just saw each other. Yeah. Good morning again.
Midnight.
It's midnight for you, so good morning to you as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so boys, today what we're going to be doing is some writing. I've got a Google document. If you can have a look at the Google Drive, or alternatively, check out the Google chat box and just click on the link so that you can access the document that we're going to be using in class today. So just take a moment to do that and let me know if you're having any problems. Once you click on that, I'll give you permission, and we should be able to get going. So it's called LWA. That stands for Let's Write About, and then today's date, the 14th for me. Oh no, this is when I uploaded it, yesterday of July 2014. It's called Let's Write News Stories.
I can't open it. It says, sorry, we are unable to generate a view of the document.
That's what it said to me as well. Oh dear. All right, I managed to sort it out though, Harry. Try clicking on the link. You'll see the link in the Google chat. That might help, boys. Sometimes I don't know what happens with Google Drive. Can't figure it out. Any luck with the link?
It doesn't work.
No? Okay, let me try again. Just a moment. Okay. You think you planned it in advance and organized everything so well, and then it doesn't work. Just a sec. Give you another link. All right. Let's try this link. There we go. Try the second link, guys. See if that's any better.
Now it works. Thank you.
Yay! All right. That's great news. How about you, Antonio?
Here it is.
Yep. Can you see Let's Write News Stories?
I
share
read.
my screen.
I try to
Yes.
read.
All right. Yes. I'll just hang on a second. Just one moment, Antonio. I'll just let you know what we're looking at. So, what we have here is a list of different headlines, and a headline is obviously like the title of a news story, right? And there's a lot here. I just wanted to give you a nice choice. So we'll read them through, as you said, Antonio, and you can let me know if you don't understand anything, and we'll just make sure everyone's following. So off you go, Antonio, to read this one. The first one.
Counting to pay 15,000 to advertise lack of funds.
All right. So that's obviously a county is an area in the USA, or it could be the UK, but because we've got dollars, it's the USA. So let me know if you don't understand anything and we'll go through it. Harry, next one.
Federal agents raid gun shop, finds weapons.
All right. That's what you'd expect, isn't it, in a gun shop? Weapons? All right. Antonio.
Coca-Cola introduces new 13-liter size.
All right, thank you. Harry.
Thousands of abandoned, foreclosed homes threatened by hurricane.
So obviously foreclosed homes are those homes that have been taken off people because they weren't able to pay for them, right? But it's the homes that are threatened by the hurricane, not the people in this case. Antonio.
Man accused of killing lawyer receives a new attorney.
All right, thank you. Now, I'll just quickly say hi to Raphael. Raphael, see if you can access the document there. The link, the second link in the chat box works, okay? We had a little trouble with the first link. Let's continue, guys. So, Harry, next one. Oh, no, you just read. Yep. We've read that one.
Yeah, man accused of killing lawyer. The next one, yes. Utah
Yeah.
Poison Control Center reminds everyone not to take poison.
Okay, thank you. Antonio.
Most earthquake damage is caused by shocking.
Really? What a surprise that is. All right. Harry.
State prisons to replace easy open locks.
Okay, Antonio.
Checky Seagull naps crisps.
So crisps are what we call those snacks that are like potato chips in the UK, right? Okay. Harry.
OHP drives hits lamppost.
So OAP stands for Old Age Pensioner. Basically a person who no longer works, right? These are all real headlines, by the way, guys. Okay.
Lamppost? What's a lamppost?
A lamppost is a street light, something that lights up a street, okay? Antonio.
Party after the bush fails to appear.
Yes, fury.
Fury.
Harry.
Woman finds a head in a tree.
Excellent. Antonio.
Toy shop owner throws a tantrum.
Do you know what a tantrum is?
I don't know.
Harry, do you know what a tantrum is?
No.
Raphael?
No.
All right, a tantrum is like something that a very small child does when they get upset, right? So if you're about 2 or 3 years old, for example, your mum says, no, we are not going to play at the park, we have to go to the bank. And then the child is really, really upset and kind of screams and cries and maybe throws their arms about or rolls about on the floor. Something extreme is called a tantrum, okay? Something that little kids do. However, in this case, it's the toy shop owner.
A drama.
Yeah, it's like a drama with lots of crying and screaming, exactly. Harry, that one.
Okay. Cafe ejects noisy boy age 2.
Okay. Antonio?
Rotten tree falls in the garden.
Well done. Harry?
Castle under attack from penguins.
Pigeons. Pigeons.
Pigeons.
So pigeons are those birds that live in the city, sort of purpley grey.
Yeah.
All right, you know what I mean, yeah. Antonio,
Kitten chokes on mouse. On moose.
chokes. Kitten chokes.
Kitten chokes on
Do you know
moose.
what choking is,
No.
Harry?
Make fun about something.
No, that's joke. That's joke with a J. This is
Okay.
choke. Raphael, do you know what choking is?
I think so. But it's more of a liquid, isn't it? When you choke, when you drink water and you choke, when you start coughing because you
Yes.
choke.
Yes, but actually you can choke on food as well, but it's much more serious because it means something gets stuck in your throat and you can't breathe, right? So food, we sometimes say it went down the wrong hole. You have a breathing hole and your swallowing hole, which is your esophagus. So if it goes into your breathing, then you can't breathe, right? Then you choke. Last one, Antonio.
I'm not dead, says Gran.
Okay. Gran is grandmother, yeah? What we call is like a colloquial name for grandmother. Alright, so guys, your task is to choose one or maybe more than one of these strange headlines. All you have to do is to type your name in the document somewhere, so for example, Amy, and then choose your headline. And in fact, you don't need to tell us your headline. If you like, you can just start writing and we will guess which headline you chose. See if you can write a news story, an imaginary news story on one of these headlines. You'll
But
have a... Questions?
we have to choose one headline and make and find another meaning for it, or
No. You have to just write the article. So imagine you chose this one here, Harry. You choose Rotten Tree Falls and Garden. So you have to write the story after the person's read the headline. Rotten Tree Falls and Garden. They think, oh my goodness, that sounds exciting. What does it say? You have to write the article. So you might say, Monday morning at 8 o'clock. Mrs. Jones of London woke up to find her garden, etc.
okay,
So
okay.
you write the story. Do you see what I mean? Blah. You can
Now I
make it
understand.
as funny or as serious as you like, guys. Okay. So any other questions? Let me know. What I will give you is about 20 minutes. If nobody else comes to class, we'll have a bit longer to give you a bit more chance, and you are very welcome to do 2 or more if you're really fast at writing. I will be right here if you need any questions, but I do ask that we all turn off our microphones just so that it's nice and quiet and we can concentrate. So if you don't have any more questions, off you go.
No?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just going to mute your microphone, Antonio, so that we can all concentrate, okay? about 5 to 10 more minutes, everybody. Hello, Ona, or Ona?
Hi there. How are you?
Hello, welcome to
Hello.
the class. We're
Thank
doing
you.
a writing class here, Ona. If you want, you can access the document via the link in the Google chat, but just use the
Okay.
second link, okay?
Okay, sure.
We've almost finished our writing, but what I will do is give you a bit of time so that you can right until the end, and then we'll correct yours if we have time at the end, okay? But I have to prioritize the students who came earlier.
Sure.
So good luck, all right?
Thank you. I would like to warn you, this is my first writing class, okay? So I'm quite new in Verbling, so I have sometimes stuck, so I help you.
No problem. If we can help you in any way, just let me know, okay?
Great.
Everybody else, you've got about 2 more minutes to finish off, so just think about what you want to do to sum up your little piece of writing, and I'll get back to you in a moment.
Can you share the link, please?
Yes, you can find it in the Google chat box. The Google chat is the first icon on the left-hand side of the screen. It's a blue box with white lines.
All right. Oh no, it's blank. I don't know why.
It's blank. Here, let me share the link again.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Just a second. There we go. Can you see it there?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So should I choose one of the topic that is written on the document, right?
Absolutely, Ona. Yes, our theme today is news stories. So what you need to do is choose one of those headlines and see if you can write something which would make sense as if the article underneath the headline. Okay?
All right. I'm learning slow. Sorry.
No problem. Just have a go. It's a good learning experience, and just let us know if you need any help.
All right.
All right, so let's pause, guys. I would like to start checking now if that's okay. So I can see here one of these. Who's doing woman finds a hat in a tree?
Me.
All right, Antonio.
Okay, I read it.
Yes, please. I'm just going to unbold it so that we can correct it together in a moment. There we go.
Woman finds a hat in a tree. Last week, a woman called Rose Brown found a hat in a tree. The woman was having a walk. Hey.
Sorry, I just made it bigger so that we can see it. Keep going.
And this one stopped in front of a big tree. The dog started to smell something interesting and around the tree, trying to kill him. Rose tried to take away the dog, but it was impossible, and suddenly she realized that there was a hat holding in a branch of the tree. She didn't pay attention to this fact. However, she reminded that a month ago a normal one was missing in this neighborhood. She had been helping the searching for of this man. She decided to take the hat to the police, and the police chief has said that this important clue is going to help to solve the case of the old man missing.
Thank you, Antonio. Well done! You somehow managed to make this interesting, even though the headline was completely unsurprising. All right, let's have a look. Last week, a woman called Rose Brown found a hat in a tree. Excellent! The woman was having a walk with her dog, or the woman was walking her dog.
Okay.
Okay, your choice. And this one stopped in front of a big tree, and it stopped in front of a big tree. You only need to use this one if there's another one that's somewhere in the text, but because you've only mentioned one dog, you can say it, okay?
Okay.
The dog started to smell something interesting, and that's why the dog went around the tree trying to climb it. You either have to climb up or climb it. with climb. Okay. Rose tried to take away the dog. What? Rose tried to take the dog away. Or maybe even to pull, I would say, is probably better, right? To pull the dog away. Because it's on its leash. But it was impossible. And suddenly she realized that there was a hat. Holding is something that you have to do as the subject. So the hat cannot hold because if it's in the branch of the tree, it's actually the tree that's holding it, right? So what I would say is stuck here, Antonio.
Okay.
Stuck in a branch of the tree. She didn't pay any attention to this fact. However, I think you mean here, remembered. Remembered. Remind is to tell somebody else something they've forgotten. Yeah? But remember is to think of it yourself.
Okay.
So she remembered that a month ago an old man was missing. Went missing. Went missing. In this neighborhood. She had been helping in the searching of this man. In the search for this man. She decided to take the hat to the police. The police chief has said that this important clue is going to help solve the case of the missing old man. Because missing here is an adjective, so it goes before, okay? Is that clear, Antonio?
Okay, yes.
Brilliant, well done, super duper. So just a couple of things about some phrasal verbs here that you've got, and remember that remember is about yourself and remind is somebody else, okay?
Okay.
Well done, great writing. All right, Harry, it's you next. So could you read out your Coca-Cola, please? I'm going to make it bigger, just a second. Here. We'll make it size 16 just so that everyone can see. 18, how about that? Alright, there we go. Off you go, Harry.
Okay. Second. Okay. Every 4 years, every 4 years, the Football World Cup ends with thirsty people. A woman from Tampa, Florida, was very excited as she saw following at the zoo. A gorilla collected empty Coke cans. Each keeps 300 milliliters of Coke normally. Over 4 years from lazy visitors of the zoo. The ape collected 30 cans in 4 years and kept it secret. One day Maria, who's the keeper from the gorilla, found the secret place. She was so excited that her gorilla boy only chose Coca-Cola cans and not a single Pepsi one. She wrote an email to Coca-Cola and told what happened in her zoo. Coca-Cola had an idea, make the ape famous on the Football World Cup and bring out a new super size of 30-liter Coca-Cola. Now Coca-Cola pays the food for the gorilla for the rest of his life, and the woman also get Coca-Cola for free till end of her life.
What a great story. Thank you, Harry. That was a fantastic idea. I certainly wouldn't have thought of that. All right. Let's go through some corrections. So, every 4 years the Football World Cup ends with thirsty people. That's a very great starting sentence. A woman from Tampa, Florida was very excited as she saw following at the zoo. What do you mean she saw following?
Because she sees many things, she wants to express that this is not normally. That's
something.
Yeah, something special.
All right, so let's put that. She saw something special at the zoo. Okay, here we go. A gorilla doesn't need a capital because it's just an animal.
Okay.
So a gorilla collected empty Coke cans, each holding holding, oops, rather than keeping, okay? 300 milliliters, well done, but it's with a little m again and with an s because it's plural. 300 milliliters of Coke, normally over 4 years from lazy visitors of the zoo. Normally, you don't need. Just cut that one out. So,
Okay.
over 4 years, now we'll have a comma, from lazy zoo visitors. Better, Harry. Because it just sounds more natural, okay? So we generally always put adjectives beforehand. All right. The ape collected 30 cans. Very nice use of another word for gorilla as well, by the way. 30 cans in 4 years and kept it secret. Very good. One day, Marilla, the gorilla's keeper. The gorilla's keeper. Don't forget, guys, that in English we generally we don't use so many prepositions like of, the, and as other languages. So we generally try to use the belonging apostrophe, or we put adjectives beforehand so that we can say lazy zoo visitors. 2 great examples there. Thank you, Harry. One day, Maria, the gorilla's keeper, found a secret place. Dun, dun, dun. She was so excited that her gorilla boy, yeah, that's okay, only chose, because it's the past tense. Coca-Cola cans and not a single Pepsi one. Is she a fan of Coca-Cola then, Harry, not Pepsi? She wrote an email. Email doesn't need a capital. To Coca-Cola. Yes, you're right here. So Coca-Cola, because this is a brand name, it should actually be with capitals because the generic name for that drink is just cola with a little c. And we should probably put a capital for Coke because we're talking about the brand. Okay. She wrote an email to Coca-Cola and told, with the verb to tell, you always need an object, so told them what happened. What perhaps had happened, because we're talking about something one step further back in the past there, Harry, right?
Mm-hmm.
What had happened in her zoo? Coca-Cola had an idea to make the ape famous in the Football World Cup and bring out, very good, a new supersize. We don't need off. A supersize 30-litre with a little L Coca-Cola. Now Coca-Cola pays for, to pay for something, always in English. Pays for the food for the gorilla, for the gorilla's food. So this is the same kind of example as before with belonging. The gorilla's food for his whole life. Because you've got for his whole life, it's probably better to use the future tense here. Pay for the gorilla's food for his whole life. The woman also gets Coca-Cola free till the end of her life. There you go. You can use the present tense here, right? So that's great. I love the story and well done. So just your main comment, Harry, is that when you're writing, before you kind of hand it in or finish, have a check and see if you've got any pieces like this where you can change it to use an apostrophe to show belonging, or where you put adjectives before the noun instead of describing them with an of the something afterwards. All right?
Okay.
But apart from that, beautifully written and great story. Well done. All right, so Raphael, you've chosen this one too, so I'm intrigued to see how it differs from Harry's story. Let's see. Can you read it for us, please?
Okay. Coca-Cola introduced a new 30-liter size. After suffering a huge pressure of Secoco Fada, sedentary Coca-Cola Fat Drinkers Association, behind the scenes, Coca-Cola was forced to introduce a new 30-liter size in order to attend this demanding segment of market. According to a recent research, guests tend to stay happy even at boarding parties when they see a big bottle of this peculiar beverage. Some specialists say that just the fact of seeing bubbles floating inside the bottle is a relaxing hobby. In the meantime, there are some non-governmental health organizations who accuse Coca-Cola of encouraging people to join this addicting habit. On the other hand, these new products have already sparked the interest of other companies and organizations. NASA and Mentos have already a joint cooperation work in progress to develop a new series of space rockets to make possible Mars exploration in the near future.
Thank you, Raphael. That's very entertaining. All right. I love your sedentary Coca-Cola Fat Drinkers Association. All right. After suffering, we use the ing form after that. Okay. Suffering. I think you mean pressure. Pression is not pression, but pressure. Right? So it's not a huge pressure, it's huge pressure and then from, receiving pressure from somebody. Yeah? So you can suffer huge pressure from, or you can be pressured by somebody, okay?
Okay.
So this sounds great. This would be a good usage for journalism. So your Secocofada, Sedentary Coca-Cola Fat Drinkers Association. Behind the scenes, excellent. Coca-Cola was forced to introduce a new 30-litre size in order to attend this demanding segment of the market. In order to serve, I would say, Raphael, really, when you're talking about customers or something. This demanding segment of the market, or yeah, that works fine. According to recent research, because research is not countable, guests tend to stay happy even at boring parties when they see a big bottle of this peculiar beverage. Some specialists say that just the fact of seeing bubbles floating inside the bottle is a relaxing hobby. Excellent. In the meantime, there are some non-governmental without an A, there we go, health organizations who accuse Coca-Cola of encouraging people to join, okay, so either to join in with this addicting habit or to take up this addictive habit. So if to start doing something like a habit or a hobby, you can use the phrasal verb to take it up, Raphael, okay? But to join in is okay as well because it gives the idea that like lots of other people are doing it. On the other hand, this new product has already sparked the interest of other companies and organizations. Excellent. Lovely phrases. NASA and Mentos have already. If you're not going to put another verb here after already, you need to switch it round. So already have, okay? Already have a joint cooperation work in progress to develop a new series of space rockets to make Mars exploration possible in the near future. That's a collocation. Just can't change it, okay? Alright, so let's have a look at those corrections. Mostly little things there, just like be careful about your verb tenses and your adjectives, but overall, really great phrases in there, Raphael. Well done, and very entertaining, I might add.
Thanks.
Excellent work, everybody. Okay, we've got a few more minutes, so what we're going to do is have a look at owners. Owner, how did you go? If I copy and paste that onto the document, then we'll correct it together, okay?
Mm-hmm. You can copy and paste it.
Here we go. We'll make it a bit bigger. You chose castle under attack from pigeons. Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay.
Comic.
All right. Can you read it for us, please?
Sure, because of changing migration routes of pigeons, Ottoman Empire's iconic building Hagia Sophia having a difficult time. In the consequence of the rising of greenhouse gases effect in Turkey, pigeons has lost their way to the east of Europe. All of the pigeons that live in Anatolia habitats settled to Hagia Sophia, says Environment Minister Idris Güllüce. He added that he added that they asked scientific solution to Middle East Technical University to help the pigeons finding their way to east of Europe back again.
Okay. Thank you, Ona. Just the way you wrote this in such a serious way is so funny because it's just a complete joke, but well done. Okay, let's have a look at the grammar. So, well done. Your use of because at the beginning of a sentence is great. So, because of changing migration, what I'd say here is patterns. I know that they sort of have a path, so you could say patterns or paths of pigeons. We don't need an apostrophe because we're just using the plural there, okay? And then we have the Ottoman Empires. The Ottoman Empire's iconic building needs a capital because it's the name.
Sure.
But well done because you've got the great use of apostrophe here, and you've put it in the right order for English. Is having, though, don't forget is having, we need the verb to be as an auxiliary there. Is having a difficult time. Consequence is with a C here. In consequence, or as a consequence of, because you're talking about the effect, like the cause of the consequence is coming here, the rising of the greenhouse gas, and then the consequence itself, you've got pigeons. So well done. As a consequence of the rising of greenhouse is one word, gases. We don't need to say effect in Turkey. We can say in Turkey simply without the effect, okay? Because you've got the effect coming up, which is the pigeons have, because they're plural, pigeons have lost their way to the east of Europe. I would say in, or have lost their way. That's a bit difficult to explain. You can lose your way in some kind of a location, right? You're in somewhere and then you lose your way. Or you can lose your sense of direction, or get lost on the way to. So it's a little bit confusing here. I'll write these down for you. Get lost on the way to. So here, have lost their way as a consequence of the rising of greenhouse gases in Turkey. Pigeons have lost their way. And what I'd say is, and are unable to navigate the east of Europe.
Yes.
Okay. Europe needs a capital. There we go. All of the pigeons that live in Anatolia, in the Anatolia habitat, because you've got to have the for habitat, settled to Hagia Sophia, have settled, right? Because it's something that has just happened and it's now affecting the present. Maybe we should say resettled there. What do you think? Because they settled somewhere else before and now they've resettled. And I'd say in, because it's a place. I've resettled in Hagia Sophia. Says, okay, we better put it in speech marks because we've got.
Sure.
Says this is a hard one, I know. Environment Minister. He added that they asked scientific solution to, what's this, a university, right?
Middle East Technical University.
All right, so asked for a scientific solution from, yeah? Do you understand that?
Sure.
Because they're asking for something from somebody.
All right.
To help the pigeons find their way back, find their way back, because we're talking about doing something again. So the east of Europe, and you've got back here. You're right, but we'll move back and put it there, and then you got it perfect. All right. So that was a tricky thing to talk about. Oh no, that was a difficult explanation, but really great with your style. I have to say, this is probably the one that sounds most like a realistic journalist piece. But well done, all of you. Very entertaining. Thanks for your writing, guys. What I will do is leave you to your evenings in peace. Don't forget to take that file away with you so that you can keep the corrections. And I hope to see you all again soon. So take care, everybody.
Take care, Amy. Bye.
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 It made a lot of fun. Thank you. It was really great.
All right, Harry. Thanks. Take care.
Amy,
Bye.
may I ask your help in one paragraph? If you have time, you can maybe correct it and send it back to me another day or another hour.
Sure. Just write me a message on the Verbling messaging feature, Ona. Do you know how to do that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Just go to my teacher page. You'll find the link here in the chat box. Write me a message, and I will get back to you. Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you.
All right. Take care. See you later.
See you. Bye.
Bye.